Hey everyone, it's Stiles. Good morning from Strala Yoga here in New York City. It's a glorious day, the sun is shining. We've just finished our 2 morning strong classes and I'm headed to the office to do some work on my next book, Guiding Strala, which I'm very excited to deliver to you. It will be out in a couple of years, as these things go. As you know, when one of my books is out, it's almost been done for 6 months or a year, and I'm working on the next one. So that's how these big projects go. But this book is really a tool for anyone looking to guide themselves or the people around them with more ease in their lives, more ease in their bodies through a practice of soft, fluid yoga and meditation and a whole approach to life in a very soft, easygoing way, whether the moment is simple or challenging. So a lot like nature. So I'm happy to share all of this information with you guys. I want to check in today and talk a little bit about productivity. We're doing a lot of interviews lately for Make Your Own Most Cookbook and the new Reebok collection coming out for spring and all these cool things, and my schedule's busy, and a lot of questions I get asked from bloggers and journalists are literally, I think because it's not just me, it's everybody in the world, everybody's feeling this busy, busy, busy. How do we schedule everything? How do we prioritize everything? How do you essentially get things done? I think it's a really interesting topic, especially now in this age of social media explosion. I feel so lucky and fortunate in a way to have grown up without social media. I mean, I was always interested in technology, computers. I was in like computer clubs in high school and things like that. But when YouTube happened in 2006, I started uploading videos in 2007 as a way to share something that I was cultivating and a passion of mine over a lot of years before the platform existed. So I was really able to use the platform as a simple way of sharing and exploring, just seeing what happens with that. But I know a lot of people now growing up with social media, it becomes really stressful and almost an addiction. I even see it here in classes. People are scrolling through their Instagram, before and after class, sometimes during class, which isn't so good. I don't have a policy of no phones in the classroom because, I don't pretend to know somebody's life. We have doctors that come here that are on call. We have, moms that need to rush off and, emergencies happen. So some people do have their phones next to them. But when I see people on their Facebook page and on Instagram, we may have to have a little talk about that. So I think a lot of this idea of productivity and busyness comes from essentially wasting time or not being efficient in our time. One of the big concepts of Strala is really creating space, internal space and external space. It's the same thing. I've been obsessed with space and NASA and all this cool stuff, universe and stars, and just finding that inside and realizing that we have this unlimited potential inside. We also have this potential to layer on stuff all the time and be constantly distracted and attracted and pulled in many different directions all the time. So some things that I've done in my life to attempt to dissolve these distractions as they simply exist in our life now. And being a person that I use social media, obviously here we are connecting on the internet as well, using social media and the tools we have available in our lives to help us and serve us and to serve those around us without getting wrapped up in the drama and the pulling of the direction that simply divertissement of social media can be. So number one tool for productivity is literally clearing space. So unfollowing accounts that aren't inspiring, decluttering email, cleaning up the laptop, all the icons on the computer, literally cleaning up our physical space, closets. I have lots of clothes from over the years of collaborating with Reebok. I'm finally starting to organize and prioritize and make a box, several boxes for my family at home. My mom wears the same size, so she'll be hopefully happy to get the nice clothes over the years from the collection. Shoes as well. So clearing out the closets, clearing out the space, clearing out the cabinets, clearing out the cupboards, clearing out the files, clearing out anything that's not serving us, anything that's not giving us joy. So that's a huge accomplishment to do. It's also very rewarding and fulfilling practice. It becomes very cathartic and very uplifting and dissolving of stress and fun. I actually really like cleaning out my closets, and I really like clearing out my emails, and I love putting things on hard drives and filing everything and going through a list of friends and seeing who I'm literally just not in touch with anymore, and what's real connection and what's what I can just let go of to make my life more effective and more light. So that's a fun thing to do. One, clearing space, yay. The next one is self-care and practice, obviously, duh. The main thing I hear from people of why they are practicing yoga is there's simply not enough time in the day. Or I'm busy, or I have my kids, my family, I have my job, I'm so stressed with work. These are all great reasons, obviously, to practice, but how do we make that time? And literally, it's as simple as scheduling it like you would schedule anything else that you actually do during the day. So if you're working all the time, you schedule meetings, just schedule in that time for yourself to connect, to practice, to come inside, to connect to your awareness self instead of the day-to-day stuff of yourself. A very simple way to get yourself hooked on that is to simply get up in bed first thing in the morning. When you roll around, take your time, come to your breath, come to sit easy and comfortably, connect with your breath. When you notice your attention starting to shift or drift or wander, see if you can guide your attention back to your breath. When you shift and drift and wander again, guiding your attention right back in. So this is a very simple practice of coming back to your attention, coming back to your awareness, expanding your awareness beyond the rat race of the tasks of the day into more of an overarching seeing things as energy. You're going to have more space, you're going to have more time, you're going to have more focus, and these practices essentially gain you more clear-headed space, more clear-headed time, and the ability to do more with less effort, which again is a big element of Strala, a big element of Eastern practice and of nature as well. So I know I talk about this all the time, but a tree sways in the breeze when the breeze comes. It doesn't say, oh my gosh, the breeze is coming, I can't move, oh, I don't like the breeze today, are we friends, are we not friends, it's a tense situation, what's going on? The breeze comes and the tree simply sways, moves how it needs to move, and that's that. So being easy in your body, connecting with nature. I think the third one, so clearing the space, finding some practice, connecting with nature. And I'll admit, I live in New York City, and it's the craziest place on the planet. You can still connect with nature wherever you are because nature simply exists inside. So connecting with your breath, taking time when you're eating, even if you are eating on the go, eating at your desk, really taking the time to breathe in, breathe out as you eat. Pay attention to what you're eating. Pay attention to the steps you're taking when you're going from work to home, from meeting to meeting. Take the technology away. That email can wait when you're in transit. You don't need to be busying yourself scrolling through your social media accounts when you're walking in transit. I worry about these people on the street that are on their phones. They're getting hit by bicycles and on cars and all these things. So put it away. Take a look around. Take in the sun around you. Take in the clouds. Take in the wind. Breathe and connect with nature. It's a very simple thing that you can do. You don't even need to go out into the forest if that's not happening today. So don't worry. Breathe, connect with the nature that's simply around you. It will help you connect with the space inside and essentially be more productive. So some benefits are you're going to have more focus, more calm, and get more done in a shorter period of time. You'll feel better, more energized, more enthusiastic, more joyful, more delight, more happiness in your life, and really come back to this as a practice, not just a destination. So getting up in the morning, creating that space, creating that practice, taking time to clear out the files, clear out the closets, clear out the clutter, and really taking the time to come back to yourself and to connect with nature and the air around you and the sun around you and the life force around you. So enjoy, have a wonderful day, be productive, and have a great day. We'll take a deep breath together. All right, take a big inhale, float your arms all the way up. Bring your palms together, bring your thumbs right up into your heartbeat. Softening it. Take a big inhale through your nose. Easy exhale out through your mouth. When you're ready, gently relax your hands right back on your thighs.